What's going on, guys? It's Epic Narcs back in with another epic video. So guys, today I'm going to be talking about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So there's been a lot of stuff happening recently with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare today, and Ali was live streaming Call of Duty Infinite Warfare from the COD XP. Pamaj has made a few videos on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. There's a lot of crazy stuff going down with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So basically, if you guys haven't seen some gameplay already, I'm going to highlight, and if you have seen some of the gameplay already, I'm just going to highlight some of the main features, some of the main things you want to know. And I think I'm going to have a video about the specialists coming back and the different specialists a little bit later, or maybe tomorrow, about the different specialists in Infinite Warfare. So basically, I'm going to talk about the maps first. So basically, we have the classic maps that are the 3-lane Call of Duty, you know, the classic Call of Duty style of map, where there's 3 different lanes. You know, you got your right lane, your middle lane, and your left lane. You have 3 different lanes, and those are going to be, you know, back in, and they're going to have some larger maps. Also, they're not just going to have very small maps, they're going to have some larger maps. And for people that want the larger play style, like to use an AR or something like that, and they're just going to try to maintain that and keep that. But then there is one map that is a new fresh map that nobody knows about, and it's way different. It's a little bit different than the other ones because it only has 2 lanes. The name of the map is Frontier. It is one of the smallest maps that Call of Duty has ever seen, apparently, and it's just a really tiny map. And when you shoot somebody in it, apparently your body's gonna be actually floating like outside, because it's in the environment of a space station. It's in a space station. It's like enclosed, fully enclosed, this map is, and you're inside this little like space pod, and there's like, it's just a really tiny looking map. Like, you can practically see across the whole thing, and it's very open, and it's just a really tiny little map. And basically, when you kill people, apparently their bodies are gonna float, so you'll just have a whole bunch of floating dead bodies, which is kind of cool but kind of weird, and might get a little bit annoying, especially when you're running through and you just see a whole bunch of dead bodies. You have to keep dodging them and everything. But yeah, that might get a little bit annoying, but I don't think it's gonna float too high or anything. So, but no, there isn't gonna be, in case you guys are wondering right now, there isn't gonna be any floating around like space, like super low gravity type stuff, like 0 gravity, anything like that. No, there's not gonna be any of that. From what I've heard so far, there is not gonna be any of that. Also, Terminal, it's supposed to be coming back, and it's gonna look exactly like Modern Warfare 2. I don't want to spend too much time, except there are no seats inside the plane anymore. That's basically it. It looks pretty much exactly the same. Everything's pretty replicated, pretty good. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I don't want to spend too much time because I'm sure you guys have heard about that already, and you know, I just don't want to go over that again. So yeah, there's gonna be no 0 gravity, and with the 0 gravity, there's gonna be no maps, apparently, is what Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Infinity Ward, that's what they said. No 0 gravity maps. Also, there's some new features to the HUD, the heads-up display on Call of Duty. So basically, what's gonna happen is when you look at somebody, you know how it pops up their name above their head? Well, when you look at somebody in this game, in Infinite Warfare, what's gonna happen is it's gonna pop up with their name, and it's gonna have their health right next to them. So when you shoot, there's this little bar, and the health is gonna go down, and you'll be able to see it right there as you're shooting them. And it also will be a big helper, especially when you're playing like games like Search, and you can see how weak the people are if you want to challenge them around corners, like Pamaj was saying. I heard in one of his videos he was talking about it could be used for when you're challenging, and I just thought of like Search, you know, so you just use that to your advantage to see how weak the people are if you want to challenge, and if you want to try to win the gunfight. And basically, you'll know it'll actually help you because you'll have their health right there in front of you, and you can see how weak they are. Or if they have very high health, then you obviously don't want to get out there and try to challenge them and take on a gunfight if you're weak or something, and they can see you and you can see them and their health. So that's basically it for that. I mean, that's gonna be pretty cool. I think that's not too bad, and it doesn't take up too much room on the screen, but it's gonna be a little cool feature that they add to the game. Also, in Infinite Warfare, they're bringing back this new feature right below the mini-map. There's basically, if you guys know what callouts are, like in competitive Call of Duty, they have callouts, right? So basically what's going to happen is there's going to be like this little thing underneath your mini-map, and it's going to say what, like, where you are. There's just going to be a whole bunch of these little things, and it'll say where you are in the map, and basically it gives you a call out that you can say to your like teammates through the game chat or anything. And they've never done this in and they've never done this in any other Call of Duty before. So basically this is a first time for that, and if you don't know any callouts, then you can know the callouts instantly because of this feature, and that's really pretty cool because a lot of people will be on the same page with callouts and know a lot of the callouts. It's really not that big of a deal, but it's just a little cool thing that'll help you out and improve your playstyle in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So basically they also added back some classical weapons, also like the they have a few from the old CODs, the fan favorites. I don't know exactly which ones, but yeah, I heard that they're gonna be adding back some fan favorites from the last CODs and everything. Also, one more thing, while I was on the classes and guns, there is gonna be pick 10, the pick 10 system for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and basically the score streaks are gonna be the same in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, just like they were to Black Ops 3. Also, the movement is going to be exactly like Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Pretty much everybody's saying it's pretty much exactly like it. It has the boost meter just like you have in Black Ops 3, and you can see how much boost you have and how much you have to deal with and how much you have left. And it's not going to be jumping around like Advanced Warfare. You have the boost meter. You can also wall run in this game, which I really like wall running in Black Ops 3, so I think I'm really going to enjoy that in Infinite Warfare. So wall running was one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, I'm really glad that they brought that back because I really liked wall running, and basically that's going to be really cool, and I think that's going to be sick. And there's also motion blur in the game now. Now, they did not have any motion blur in any other CODs before, but now they are finally adding this motion blur, which I don't really think is the best thing. I mean, it looks pretty nice like for montages, I guess, but as an overall, I don't think this is the best decision they could have made. I think they need to take that out, because when you're trying to move around in Call of Duty, the way it's played and the fast pace, how fast paced it is, I don't really think the motion blur is going to be that necessary. I mean, it looks pretty nice, but like I think it's going to hurt some people, because when you're turning, then the motion blurs might block out some people that you could have seen out of the corner of your eye, and that's really bad. But I just think they should probably take it out. I mean, I think it looks really nice and or cool, but maybe they should add an option in settings. Maybe they do have an option in settings. I haven't played the game, so I don't know. But if they have an option in settings where you can turn off and on the motion blur, that would be really sick and really cool. But yeah, there's a pick 10 system, guys. New maps. There's a 2-lane map, the smallest map apparently that's ever gonna happen. And basically that's it, guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, like, and subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you guys later.